Archbishop Gordon, who we know of the Catholic Church. He was bishop here and then he went back to Trinidad and became archbishop there. And he was having a discussion with one of his other members of his clergy. And the fact that he was having this discussion raised to my mind that it is not fake news. No, he is reporting, Archbishop Gordon that is, that there is a global movement, and I want us to listen very carefully. There is a global movement afoot around the world around the issue of gender and identity for children. It is being proposed that we in the Caribbean follow other countries and allow children to decide their gender and be allowed to begin irreversible medical procedure in what is known as gender reassignment. I'm sure everybody has heard about it, right? Now, in other words, if a child wants to change what he or she was born at, if he wants to become a she or she wants to become a he, and remember we're talking about children. We're not talking about adults. Adults can do what they want. And if these children want to take puberty blockers, and you know what puberty blockers are, it prevents, if you're at the age of puberty, if you are a boy, it prevents all the things male from evidencing themselves. And if you're a girl, it's the same thing. For example, your breasts don't come up, etc., etc. And what is being suggested is that it should be left up to that child, that the parent has no right to refuse that decision by that child and must in fact affirm the child's new identity. Now, it appears, according to the report by Archbishop, that the United Nations is now lobbying CARICOM to introduce what is called comprehensive sex education into the curriculum of all schools in the region in order to allow for more liberal ideas around the area of the question of sex and gender. Now, I'm leaving that little snippet up to you for you to come to your own conclusion or opinion about the fallout from this for already stressed and stretched out parents and generally its implications for parenting. I will reiterate that I am glad that I am no longer a parent according to those rules because, and I frighten for the press, but I gotta say it nevertheless, I hesitate to say that if I had a child who as I started off saying, as a parent, you're responsible for his food, clothing, and shelter. But I hesitate to see a child for whom I am providing these things coming in my face and telling me, this is what I want to do and you can't stop me from doing it. Now, I grew up in the area that if I was so stupid as to come to my parents and say, I would be walking with my head looking behind. As the Rasta man would say, enough said.